Have you ever met someone, chatted for a few minutes about random topics, and then gone about your day, only to feel strangely drained afterward? It's like something's missing, a vague fatigue, or a sense that all your energy has been sucked out. What's fascinating is that during the conversation, nothing unusual happened. No arguments, no tension. It was just a normal chat. Yet somehow it left you mentally exhausted. Now compare that to certain people who, even after hours of talking, leave you energized and uplifted, almost as if they've connected you to an endless source of energy. So why the difference? Why do some people drain your energy while others leave you feeling good? This question intrigued one of history's greatest psychological thinkers, Carl Jung. He asked how energy flows between two people. Today, we'll explore this scientifically through Jung's lens to understand why interacting with some people can leave you drained, while others boost your sense of calm and strength. Let's learn these insights quickly, because understanding them is crucial for managing your daily energy and improving the quality of your relationships. Jung viewed social interactions as a form of energy exchange. He identified personality types that tend to absorb others' energy like a sponge, and he warned to be careful when interacting with them. The first type is the victim. These people have adopted weakness and helplessness as part of their identity. They always blame others and never take responsibility for their lives. They constantly talk about their problems but refuse solutions, not because they want to change, but to elicit sympathy. They drain your energy by pulling you into an endless cycle of rescuing and supporting them without making any effort to improve themselves. According to Jung, a victim-type person denies their inner power and projects it onto others. This leads them to feel anger and resentment toward anyone who seems stronger than them. Next are the narcissists. Perhaps the most dangerous energy drainers, narcissists constantly demand attention, validation, and emotional effort from others, while giving nothing in return. Conversations always revolve around them, and over time, the relationship becomes one-sided and exhausting. At first, they may seem charming, but gradually, you realize you only exist to satisfy their emotional needs. Jung explained that narcissists cannot connect with their inner world, so they use others like mirrors to reflect a grand image of themselves. This endless search for external validation drains the energy of everyone around them. Then there are the martyrs. These individuals always sacrifice for others, but not out of genuine generosity. Their goal is to create guilt or obligation in others, drawing them into their emotional games. They drain your energy by creating emotional debt that can never be repaid. They skillfully turn their sacrifices into lessons, manipulating others' emotions. Jung observed that these people suppress their own needs and project them onto others. They get upset and resentful when others have needs they themselves denied. Finally, the controllers. Masters of psychological games, controllers manipulate others through guilt, fear, or obligation, making you feel you must act even when you don't want to. They drain your energy by confusing and exhausting your mind, forcing you to guess their hidden intentions instead of having a clear, straightforward relationship. Jung noted that controllers deny their own vulnerabilities and project them onto others, trying to control people to escape their repressed fears and stress. But why do we repeatedly encounter energy-draining people, or why do we unconsciously attract them? Jung believed our external relationships mirror our internal psyche. If you notice recurring patterns in your relationships, constantly attracting controllers, victims, or narcissists, it's not random. Something inside you allows these people in. Jung highlighted three main factors. Unresolved old wounds tend to draw you to people who trigger the same pain again. For example, if you didn't receive the affection you needed as a child, you may subconsciously attract emotionally cold people, trying to resolve the old hurt. Boundary issues also matter. If you habitually keep others' secrets or can't say no, you signal, Please use my energy, I won't resist, and lack of self-awareness. If you don't understand your own patterns and weak spots, you're vulnerable to people who trigger them. Jung also identified psychological mechanisms explaining why one person leaves a conversation energized while the other feels drained. Projection is key. We all have undesirable parts of ourselves, traits we find shameful or troubling. Since we don't want to face them, we unconsciously project them onto others. Energy draining people do the same. They cannot accept their negative feelings and project them onto you. When interacting with them, you're not just dealing with them, but also with all the unresolved conflicts they place on your shoulders. This is why you feel drained afterward. Emotional contagion is another factor. When someone is full of stress, anger, or fear, they transmit these feelings to those around them. Psychology research shows that mirror neurons in our brains cause us to unconsciously mimic others' emotions. Being around stressed or angry people triggers similar responses in us, leaving us drained. Finally, the shadow effect. The shadow is the hidden part of ourselves we refuse to accept. For instance, if you see yourself as kind, your shadow may be the cold, indifferent side you deny. If you view yourself as rational, your shadow may be your irrational, emotional side. When we don't confront or integrate these suppressed traits, they unconsciously emerge in our interactions and drain others' energy. Someone who represses anger might not yell outright, but could act passive-aggressively, complain indirectly, or create tension, leaving you exhausted. Jung famously said, "Until you bring your unconscious into awareness, it controls your life, and you call it fate." So how do we protect ourselves from energy-draining people? First, set strong boundaries. Learn to say no using phrases like, "I can't take on this responsibility right now. I need to think before deciding," or "This isn't suitable for me." These protect you from inappropriate requests. Next, recognize projections. Be aware that the emotions you experience in interactions may not belong to you. They could be projections from others. Focus on your own energy, seeking relationships that are mutual and balanced. Finally, avoid psychological games. If someone pulls you into cycles of guilt, martyrdom, or victimhood, consciously step out of that cycle. Do you notice energy draining people around you, or times when your own behavior unintentionally drains others? Reflect on that and remember, small steps to protect your energy can lead to significant changes in your daily life.